Hello there guys and welcome back to another live stream. My name's Mike aka Decimal Punked and we are in Blender 4.5.4. For those of you that have been following the previous few streams, I've been modelling low poly medieval assets for a game that I've got to make this trimester at uni. Last stream I think we made this over here, and I made this church, which I'm pretty proud of. I may add in some lines over the windows just to split it up a little bit, but I'm not going to do that this stream. This stream, if I just show you my asset list, I've got 4 medieval kind of residential feudal buildings to do, so I'm going to try and do 2 this stream. Going on how long the other buildings have taken, I'm not sure if I'll manage to, but we're going to give it a pop. So I've been doing a bit of research on feudal medieval houses. Quite a few of them look like they've got straw thatched roofs, timber beams going through them, kind of like we have over here with the farmer's building. Height wise, I'm not too sure on how big they would be, but based on the height of our guy, we're going to make it a fairly decent size. I might actually, I don't know if the church is too big. I'm not sure if the church is too big. I can always scale it down, that's the joy of it. I did want that to be quite a big building, so yeah, let's crack on. So let me just pick one I want to go for the style, because there are quite a few. I've got so many timber beams to them. It really is not tricky, it's just kind of picking one I go for because I want the other buildings to be similar. And also the question is how we're going to do the straw, because over here I've got the hay. It's like, am I going to go for a similar kind of aesthetic to make it look like it's kind of got a thatched roof. So I think the first thing to do is to get the height sorted. So let's add a cube. And set the origin. I always set the origin to the base so that when I move it, it's just nice. So if we get our man, really tricky knowing how high to make this. There's so many different styles. Like I've got a nice picture here of some medieval buildings. It's a shame that one's not that bigger. There was one I did find though. It's a simple kind of, it looks like a single story house, so I'm just looking at the beams here. if I just do that, that might be a little bit easier for me. So if we had the doorway kind of like that. So what I'm thinking is if we did the timber frame, and then from the timber frame we can then add faces, so we can basically, so I think that's how I did this one. First, when I first started doing this farm building, I started with a cube and I struggled in places, whereas with this one, like what I did for the second attempt of that is I just had loads of individual columns, then I joined them all, connected them together. I'm thinking if we did something similar for this one, so if we did the frame first, and then we can kind of have the section for the straw roof to go on. That might be a good idea. So just getting the height just right. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will scale Shift Z to get a beam. That feels good for a beam, height-wise. So what we also need to bear in mind is we're going to need to pull out the roof. So the doorway, if I had the doorway at that height, about that height might be better. That feels too close. Okay, if we do that for the height of the door, because if it's up there, that's just way too high. Right, we'll go for that for the door, and then what I should do is actually just move these along. And just move that back on the Y just a smidgen. There we go. So we'll have the door kind of central. So where he is in the middle, we're on the line there and there. So we have the door kind of going there. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, and then we're going to have these ones, Shift D, G on the Y. Probably is that too far back? Okay, that feels like a good length house. Welcome to the stream. So now what we need to do is, how many is that at the moment? 96 tries. So what we're going to do is we need to basically connect these across. If I did an extrusion and then took it all the way to the end, sorry guys, I'm just making sure that I'm doing this right. It's a little bit tricky, this. It is a little bit daunting. Let's just join those. And then we want to put a beam that goes across both sides and essentially connects these up. So I think what might be best here is if I just select all of these, went side view and did an extrusion just maybe like that. And then what we'll do is delete those faces. And then we're going to select these and we're going to do bridge edge loop. Okay, so that's the wooden beam going that side. We'll do the same this side, guys. To edge mode. Oh. Okay, so that bit's done. And then I'm not going to do this bit just yet because I want to get the roof done. So we need to essentially, these two bits here, what we want to do is kind of have them arch up. I'm just wondering if I was to select these, I'm just wondering if what I'm about to try is going to be a good method for this. So get the kind of curved arch, if I was to extrude these up to say there, and then if I was to rotate 45, or actually if I did 90 and then G on the X, are they equally one? So the central point is basically 1, 2, 1, 2. It's going to be in the middle of here. So let's do R90 and then R minus 90, and then if I did GX and then GX. So basically where they connect there. So now what we need to do is select those faces sure that does look central to me. So I'm going to snap those to the vertex there. GX there. And then if we did that. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hold on. Please tell me I've not gone too far. Right. The central point is there, so if we move across there. Central point is about there, so from the edge, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then that means we've got a middle beam that can run all the way to the back. Does that look the same? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're both on that line. I feel that's enough of a space there. That looks actually quite good. Okay. So now, if I was to delete these faces and then do, oh my god, if we were to do the bridge edge loops, and then I can delete those faces, and there we have our central beam. Now that we've got that beam in place, we can do our beam for the door frame, which will run across here. Okay, hold on a second. Not too sure what to do about the back one. I mean, I guess what we could do, the reference picture I've found for this medieval house is it's not iffy, but I basically don't have a picture of the back, so I'm kind of going in blind. But we've got the frame there, so can we add a loop cut to these? But yes, we can. Perfect. What would be nice is if I was to delete these faces, join those, I can then kind of maybe extrude it and try and create the straw pattern. It's going to be tricky, but I was going to do it similar to how I did the hay bale. But let's get this door frame in first. So I don't need to do it to the back one, I just need to do it to this front. So we're gonna need 2 and then another 2. So if I get that and if I just do GG, I think 4 is fine. Is that 4x4, isn't it? So if I GG, let's just go with that, guys. So if I extrude these down, and then that's going to be the door frame, so then we add in the cuts. So if we get that and that, then we need to do one there. And we'll line up with the edge. We'll go G on the Z. And then G on the Z, so it's lined up with that. Make sure this one is lined up as well. And then, if we delete these faces, go to edge mode, and then bridge, bridge edge loops. Top section has a beam coming down, so we'll just do one cut there. And then what I'm going to do for this one is, again, I'm going to line it up with... Whoa! What are you doing, mate? G on the X. G on the X. Okay, so now if I select that and delete those faces and do that and that. There we go. So then basically this will be like kind of chalk render in these patches. This is the door frame. And then this line here would go through here and also the other side, so it's kind of like it's going all the way around the back. Don't know if we need to do it at the back as well. worried about the roof, the straw roof. I'm not looking forward to that. It's just to make it look convincing, you know, because I want it to fit the style that I've got so far. There's quite a lot of these houses I'm looking at where they do have a kind of chimney inside, but it tends to be in the middle. Quite a few of them have a chimney in the middle. And they also have windows as well. Just feels a bit odd having like a stone chimney inside a wooden timber framed building with a straw roof. Right, I'll tell you what, let's just repeat what we've done at the back here. And then we need to put this beam all the way around the bottom. So I'm just going to get rid of every other building that's going to be distracting. So she unsaid. Hold on. Right, so get that. Actually, there's our frame. So where do you have that go down? I guess we could, couldn't we? Okay, so that's the timber frame in place. Right, and then where we have these ones. How am I going to do this roof then? So the roof needs to kind of be the roof needs to kind of come forward. So oh my god, I'm just going to try something. So you'll let me do a cut that way. Will you let me do a cut long ways? So you won't let me do a cut at the bottoms, you won't let me do one up the top. almost like these bits here. There we go. So if we did 20 centimeters, did 20 centimeters extrusion, and then so it was 20 from the roof and then 30 out sideways, so we get the overhang. And then oh, interesting. Now it will let me do a cut. Okay. Right, let's get the other side done. So we select 1, 2, 3, extrude, I think it was 20, and then with these, oh hold on, we did those as well. And then it was 30 that we came out by. Okay, so that's the straw overhang. Now, to do this bit here, God. It's almost like what you want to do is delete these faces, do a bridge loop, and almost like do a cut through them and raise it up to get that point. I'm going to save it. I'm just going to actually do I really don't know how well this is going to work. I have a good feeling though. So delete those faces. So if I now took that, no. Hold on a minute. Okay, yeah, that works. I know I've got an inside face there, guys, don't worry. Right, why are you not playing ball? We'll delete the inside faces once we've got this little section done, guys. Oh God. That. Whoa. Okay, so now that we've got those, what I am hoping I should be able to do is select these ones. Come to the middle. Extrude upwards. We'll go 30 and then I don't mind it. Right, let's select so those were the interior faces. So we've just got rid of 30 faces there. Or 30 tries, sorry. Let's see how we're looking. Orientation. That's good. So that's the roof in. And then obviously we'll just add faces here to fill out the plaster. We're gonna do a door as well. Right, how am I gonna do the straw? This is the tricky bit. So we've got the edges on there. I know it's added to the tries. But what we can now do is we could probably select this face and just go like G on the Z. And we can like play with each face and kind of add a bit of wonk. So, and also if I selected that edge there and did like G on the Z, like something like that. So the problem is, to get the straw effect means having quite a few lines. Like failing that, what we could do is if we were to select, actually, we don't want all those ones. If we, oh, dude, if we were to extrude like that, that's not the idea, is it? Like if we did it individually. Extrude 10. I mean, it's a way of doing it, it's just massively adding to the tries. Dude. Um, right, let's try and add some wonk. So we're going to select the faces. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That's added a bit of nice kind of natural looking warp into that. Okay. Right, are we going to add a door to this? Because I don't want the player entering the houses. And that also means we can reduce the try count because we can get rid of the faces on the inside. It's funny because a lot of these medieval houses I'm looking at, they don't really have. I mean, they do have doors, but I'm just trying to think how to do this. I mean, I could make a door and then slot it in. Let's add in the faces. To here. So that'll be one face. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's not an end gone, that's good, okay. And then, oh. Well, that's annoying. Why are you not? There we go. God, it's really annoying that that's so annoying. Dude, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. So we've got one face there. So adding on the door, look at how many inside faces we can remove to cut down the try count. I mean, what would be really nice is to apply the colour and see how it looks. We just, yeah. I feel like I need to do the door though, so give me 1 second, guys. I don't want to cut all the way through that. I mean, if I deleted these faces here, bridged it, inset, Oh no, I don't want that. No. I wanted you to be on the front. I wonder if I brought these faces forward, G on the Z. And then oh, have given a slight indent there to the door, like the nooks. Is it called the nooks? Okay. What do I need to do? Do I need to add a little handle? Would the handle go on the inside, or would it go? I feel like it would go there, you know. You know what? Let's just add it here. So if I insert feel like I've messed this up a tiny bit. Right, I guess if we apply the colour, it's going to look a bit better. We're going to go for that same colour. So we're going for the hay bale straw for the roof, so and this is going to be House A Timber. Oh shit, did I just do that wrong? Is that too dark? Okay, and it needs to have like for the inside sections. Yeah, we're going to be able to massively reduce the faces on this. Right, what we need to... Right, I'll tell you what. Oh, I've done it again. Select the faces. What would you call that? House a base, maybe? Right, so we need to give that a creamy off-white colour. I'm feeling the straws too light, so if it wouldn't look brand new, it'd look a little bit. I like what I've done there with the edges actually. That does make it look a bit straw-like, and with the distortion on the roof, has the same kind of effect. It does look a bit straw-like. Okay, let's do the door. So the handle, I think I'm just gonna go for like a kind of black metal. Can't really. I can't really get to the back side of this. I mean, you can't even see the other face, it's stuck to that, so I mean, to be fair, because it's stuck to that, I could actually probably get rid of those 4 faces directly behind that. I mean, we've got the ones there that are visible to the player. So we'll add a new slot, assign, and we'll call this house a handle. We'll give that just a black metallic roughness. I'm not going to make it shiny. I'm going to go 0.75. Ah, cheeky bugger. And then those faces that we can't see, right there, we can actually get rid of those. I feel that's too black. I haven't had some of my coffee, guys. Right, so we're going to make this wood. So this wood here is oh my god, we've got to do that bit as well, the inside of there. I feel it should be the same colour as the door, but I'm going to call it door bar, house A door bar. Right, house A door bar, and then let me just quickly do this. So this needs to be the colour of the timber. Right, so this is going to be house A door bar, so assign new slot. House A door bar. We copy that and just call it door. and then let's adjust the door bar colour. Guys, I think we've got our first house. I think we've got our first house done, but not just yet. We need to go into our model. I quite like that. So now what we can do is we can remove even more. That's the inside face. Right, so let's get rid of some of the faces that the player won't see. So this will reduce the tries. Oh. Okay. And essentially, oh my god, there's so much we can remove. Oh my god. That's annoying, isn't it? interior works going on here, guys. Okay, it's 994 tries, guys. That's going down nicely. What we now need to do is get rid of these inside ones. Pretty sure that is all of them. Oh, got these ones here as well. Tell you what, 824 tries. That is not bad. So basically we created a kind of solid structure base to it, did all the building of it, added the colour, and now we've removed all the faces that we don't need, and that is the finished product, and I am very happy with that for the first house. I think that looks pretty cool, and this really does a very simple straw roof effect. I really like that. How long has that taken me? 2 hours. Jesus Christ, for one house. That is crazy. Let's come back to reality. Look at that, it's a good size for our little guy as well. To be fair, for a single story house, I think that will fit in really nicely with the town. And what we can do, there are different styles to like the beams. Sometimes you have like the diagonal beam going across, so we can definitely create some variations. I'm pretty happy with that one. It's like I was a bit worried building it, thinking, oh my god, the tries they're getting quite big. But after we've removed the interior faces, like I say, you know, we're left with 824 for the final. So I'm just going to put that in the spreadsheet. So that is house A, coming in at 824 tries. I don't think I'm going to have time to do another one. It's surprising how long it takes, because you have to get the structure of it right, and there's actually a lot of building that goes into that. You have to get the foundation first, and then from the foundation, it's then building on from that to create all the faces, make it the right shape. Let me just have a quick look at the other houses that I found. So there's ones where the straw roof comes even lower, like down to here. There's actually quite a nice one where it's kind of like this, but it's more pyramidal or triangular, that might be a better word, where the beams, you have this support, but instead of like this section here, you have like a beam going across here, and then coming up from this corner diagonally, you have two beams. So we could easily do that, replicate, because the base structure itself is pretty much the same, and then all you would do is literally pretty much the main shell of the house would be straw going down to about here, so there would be a load of it that you wouldn't see, so it would essentially just be a straw building, but we'd still go for the foundation first, and then just because it helps, like with the extruding and bridging the edges, edge loops and things, and then just delete out what you don't need, just to reduce the tries on the model. But I'm really happy with that. I was gonna have a pop at some church windows, but it's getting late and my boys are gonna be up early. I think it was more just finessing the church. I think just with I was gonna have a quick pop actually. No, don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. We might come back and just maybe add a tiny bit more to the church, but not tonight. I'm gonna call the stream there, guys, because I didn't know how long a single house would take me, but it's taken 2 hours basically, or just under 2 hours. Call it 1 hour 50. So that is the first medieval or feudal building for the town, and I like if I just bring it along for scale purposes, like it feels, that's strange. It feels very to scale. Like you can see the character in front of the house there. The watchtowers that I planned are going to be the right height. You can imagine a cluster of these houses around the base of the watchtower. You see, it overlooks the town. Everything's just feeling the right size. I'm really happy with that. I'm just going to apply all the transforms, and just because I've got OCD, do that again. Right, if you enjoyed the stream, guys, do feel free to follow on Twitch. If you haven't already, if you enjoyed it, I'm streaming quite a lot at the moment because I've got to make this game for the deadlines mid-December. You can also check out my YouTube below in the panel. I've got all the previous game dev streams for Blender, Unreal and Unity. Tons and tons of content in there covering all sorts. I will be back tomorrow night, and tomorrow night is Sunday, so I'm aiming to do another 2 houses. We've got 3 more to model, so I'm aiming to do another 2 tomorrow night, so feel free to tune back in to watch that. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next stream. Ciao ciao.